Thrasher Chronicles, Lavagant. You ever wondered where words get born, how they come up with words, you know, how they mix and match and they just kind of become a thing eventually, you know? It starts with one person saying it, then somebody else saying, you know, I kind of like the way that sounds. And they repeat it and then they say it to somebody else, and eventually it becomes a word, right? So back in the day when I was laying floors, one of my real good friends, one of my best friends, John O'Donnell, and I were working together. I'd like to say he was my boss, but you know, we'd worked together so long, he was just the dude that I worked with. I wouldn't call him even my boss, and I love that guy to death. We'd been laying some floors out of Lake Cherokee. If anybody knows me very well, back in those days, John and I loved to smoke weed. We'd take a break, go burn a joint, come back, lay some more floors. We could lay floors all day long as you gave us a joint in between. So we were out cruising around and we were sitting there talking about this work that we were doing at one of our customers' houses. Man, we had done a bunch of work for this guy. A lot of really, really nice, fancy stuff. And John says, man, you know, we've been really doing a lot of Lavagant work over at Terry's house. Sitting over in the passenger seat as he hands it to me, and I'm Lavagant. That's a good one. And we just kind of went on, you know, like cruised on. Well, later that day, we went to a customer's house that we were trying to sell some work to. And as we're sitting there talking to the customers, John kept on saying the word Lavagant and talking about over at Terry's house, we've been doing this really Lavagant backsplash. And here we're doing this custom shower. I mean, it's unbelievably Lavagant. And the floors, this entryway is super Lavagant, and you know, on the back porch we're doing this really Lavagant back porch. And I mean, this guy is saying it with such conviction that these people are standing there looking at each other going, is this guy smarter than us? I mean, is his vocabulary so much greater than us that we have never heard the word Lavagant before? I mean, John just keeps on using it. We wind up leaving the house and we go get in the truck and of course, you know, we light one up and I said, hey, John, you do realize the word Lavagant's not a real word, don't you? And he goes, dude, I've been trying so hard to figure out what my brain's trying to say, but it's like I just can't find the right words. It's like, I think you're taking lavish and extravagant and just merging them together. So, but you know what, man? I love it. I love the word. I love the word so much that 20 years later, trust me, I still use the word Lavagant. And that's how that word was born. Try using it sometime. I promise you. I promise. When you see something real fancy, just sit there and go, damn, that is Lavagant. People will know exactly what you mean. And they will wonder, is this person smarter than me? I love you, John. Miss you, brother.